Have you ever wondered what preppers are buying and what kit they prioritise when stocking up? Well, in this video, we're going to look at our top 10 items, what's flying out for the doors now, and maybe the top 10 items you may want to consider getting if you're a prepper. Let's take a look. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time out to click on the video and checking the channel out. Yeah, today's video is all about my top 10 items. Well, it's your top 10 items really that are being purchased from the bug out at the moment. It just gives us a little bit of an inclination what the most popular items are at the moment for prepping and survival. So we're just coming to the end of September 2025 and it's been a really busy month here at the bug out. And not just with the shop, but running courses as well. And because it's preparedness month over in the US, I thought it'd be a good idea to look through the sales and give you an idea what the top 10 items are going out through the doors this month. And again, as I said before, if you are into preparedness and you're wondering what sort of kit to buy, this gives you a good idea what you should invest your money in. Now, before we get into the video, there are people out there who watch the videos but don't subscribe to the channel. Now, if that's you, please think about liking, subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. Not only does it help spread the word and help the channel grow, but hitting the notification bell will notify you when any more or new content comes out. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the video. Right, so there we are. So what are my top 10 items that people are buying at the moment from the bug out for, you know, preparedness or survival? So what I've done, I've gone for the orders, and the most popular thing will be number 1, and obviously the less popular thing will be number 10. Yeah, it's pretty easy to work out, isn't it? So we're going to go from 10 down to 1. Does that make sense? Now, number 1 on the list, maybe a bit contentious. I think that's the word. Is it contentious? I don't know. Some people may like them, some people may not, right? But you have to wait and find out what number 1 is. So what we do, as we're going through the list, we'll walk around the shop and show you all the items. There are items, obviously, in the shop that didn't make the list. And there are some items in the shop, obviously, that don't sell online. And perhaps we'll have a look at those as we're walking around. So if you are new into preparedness, these are my top 10 items I think about buying as well. And number 10 is books. A lot of books have gone out lately. Books are great, aren't they? You know, as I always say, batteries never run out in a book. You can reference a book all the time, can't you? And there's loads of different books. I think the most popular books I do sell are the survival guides. This SAS survival guide is a brilliant book. It's got everything in there, everything you need for, you know, for survival. But it's not just survival books. Obviously, prepping books, they're good. And a really good popular book at the moment is books on self-sufficiency, like this one. So if you're into preparedness, homesteading, all that sort of stuff, a really good book. And lately, these books have been really popular. When I say lately, the last month or so. And these cover loads of different things, from beer making, cheese making, soap making, all things, you know, if you're into preparedness, can be found in these books. I also have a few funny books as well, right, just for laughing at. Now, I'm not one of them guys who try to peddle anything under the sun. There's a lot of videos out there on YouTube, obviously, but in the preparedness world as well, and people just trying to get you to go on their Amazon site, Amazon page, and there's lists and lists of stuff there. Half of the stuff is crap, and most of the stuff there they've never used themselves, but they just made a list up and they're trying to flog it, right? It's not everybody, but there's a few people out there. But in the shop you'll find items that make the grade. You know, I don't stock items that don't make the grade. I test them myself, try them out and use them myself, as I said. Now, apart from the few items, all the items in the shop, it's quality kit that will do you well. Right, so that was number 10 on the list of most popular items selling at the moment. Books. So number 9 on the list is something which surprised me really. I didn't think it'd be on the list of the most popular items, but it is. And that's food storage. Let's go have a look at that. Now, what do I mean by food storage? Well, the most popular item by far is the Mylar bags. Right, I sell these. There's 3 or 4 different types of Mylar bags. 7 in packs of, well, you can buy them singly, but usually 7 in packs of 10, 20, 50 or even 100. And I only choose the top quality Mylar bags, right? You see some crap out there, which is, as thin as bloody tracing paper. But these ones, I only get the heavy duty ones. Right. So as well as the Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers as well. So as well as obviously packs of Mylar bags and the oxygen absorbers, I do sell a kit as well, which is I think 20 bags of different sizes plus a pack of Mylar bags. So if you are into like preserving food and you know, splitting down your rice and your pasta, all that sort of stuff, you can buy a kit with everything you need from the bug out. And when we talk about food storage, or storage in particular, an item I thought no one would buy, but it's really popular, are little storage tins. I do sell them online, but most of them are in the shop. You know, whether it's your survival tins, your little canisters, you know, for it, putting anything in there. Little bottles for your fuel. So survival tins, food storage, buckets as well. Again, with the buckets, I do them in sets or like a package. But number 9 on the list this month, anyway, this is just for September, was your Mylar bags or your food storage. Right, so there we are, that was number 9. Now while we were over this part of the shop, there were a few items that didn't make the list, like your respirators and your EDC kit. But what did make the list? Well, that's just around this corner. And that's your comms equipment. Two, yeah. So yeah, I got these new in this month, or the beginning of the month. So you got your ham radios. You've got a few different types of walkie-talkie. Plus, what's been really popular this month are the CB radios. Breaker 19. So your comms equipment is not just a popular item as it is, but I think it's one of the essential items when it comes to prepping and survival. You know, having communications is key. And you know, it might be just your close family members, your friends, your neighbours, or like say your ham radio or CB a bit further afield. But finding out information and gathering information and sharing information is key to any survival situation, I think. That's why I think comms is always a popular item here at the Bug Out and should be on your list if you are purchasing survival items. So as I said, there's a few different types of comms at the Bug Out. I haven't got a huge range, but I do stock what I think is the essential ones, you know, like your ham radios, a couple of different types of walkie-talkies, and as I said, the CB radios. You've got your handhelds, you've got your base units, plus you know, your complete starter kits. So if you have been watching my videos on SHTF, you know, 72 hours in, I think it was the last one, and it's showing how important comms are. This is why I think comms is on the list of my top 10 items people are buying here at the Bug Out now. So there they are. That was number 8, comms. So, number 7 on the list of the most popular items people are buying at the moment. Well, it's a Bug Out favourite. It's been going on for many years now. Now, you can either buy this as a one-off product, or you can buy this as a monthly subscription. And that is the Bug Out mystery box. And it just so happens we have an order for a mystery box here. And I'm not going to give out the details, obviously, but we'll pack one out as we're on video. So the idea of the mystery box is it's obviously a mystery. And you'll get a selection of items from the shop. And say you bought a £30 mystery box or a £50 mystery box, the total items in the box will amount to about 10% over what you paid for. So obviously a £50 mystery box would be about 55 quid odd. And subscription mystery boxes, I try to avoid obviously repeating items. So I make a list of everything you've had and I try and make sure that, like I say, you don't double up on items. So there's the box. Let's go and fill a few items. So you obviously can't see me at the moment, but hopefully you can hear me. So what I'm trying to do is cover all items in the shop. So say you pick something from the clothing, take some MRE and a snack for food. We have a survival item, which would be fishing kit. Let's check the list. Then we come around here. Torch, be a good idea. Hasn't done one of those yet. Some medical items. Has another compass yet? So let's have a compass. And I always try and get something sharp in the box. So he hasn't had one of these yet. So we got a warrior survival saw, which is like a chainsaw, hand chainsaw. We've got a really good decent compass. It's got some medical stuff, which is tick removers. Clothing, got a hat. food items, survival items, fishing kit, torch, yeah, something sharp, medical items. That's it. So there's the mystery box. You can just see inside. Obviously, I don't want to show everything, otherwise the mystery will be solved, isn't it? As I said, I try and cover most things in a mystery box. Try and obviously have something sharp in every box. You know, whether it's a knife, survival tool, saw, or whatever it is. Then I try and get some sort of clothing, some sort of food items, something from the survival. And as I said before, if it's a subscription order, I try and avoid, repeating the items that's in the box. Okay? I know it's not something you perhaps focus on if you're new into prepping, or I know what I need is a mystery box. But looking at the orders, this was on the list, so I thought I'd better include it. But I agree, it's not an essential item, is it? A mystery box. But you do get good kit in the boxes, I believe anyway. So that was number 7 on the list of top 10 items, prepping and survival items, going out through the shop this month. What's number 6? Well, number 6 is power supplies. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say I don't stock huge amounts of power supplies in the shop. I have affiliate links with Jackery, Blue Yeti, and Avery, and a few others. A few others I've done reviews for, and you can purchase them through the website. And I also do drop shipping for a UK-based solar panel company who do solar panels, batteries, totally off-grid solutions. I do a few little power banks in the shop. These are power banks and hand warmers in one. But why it's made a list is, well, first, I think is one of the essential items you should get if you're into preparedness, is some sort of backup power, whether it's a small portable power bank, or something like a battery unit, like your Jackeries, and there's other makes out there, isn't it? And if you are into obviously off-grid living, homesteading, you will need obviously solar panels and battery backups. So that's why it's made a list, and because there's been a few items bought this month through the website from them affiliate links and my UK-based solar panel partners. So that's why that's bumped it up onto the list this month. So there we are, from your small portable battery banks, battery units, all the way to your total off-grid power solutions. If you're homesteading, your solar panels, your battery backups, and all the paraphernalia goes involved in that. And all can be bought via the Bug Out website, and that's why power supplies, backup power, made it on number 6 on my list of my top 10 survival and prepping items bought this month. Now, what is number 5? Well, again, this is one of the essential items I think any prepper and survivalist should have in their kit, and it's just done by here, and that's water filtration. Right, so a lot of water filters going out this month. So much so that I'm running low in stock. So some of the most popular ones are totally out of stock. Your pure hydration ones, your soya minis have gone. They flew out this month. But your British Birkfield filters, this is the only one I got left in the shop, and this is my showpiece, show one. But you'll be pleased to know more are coming in. They're coming in any day now, and I've still got orders coming in. People are waiting for them because they're a fantastic piece of kit, especially for your home preparedness, like your Berkey filters in America, but better. All right, there's some cheaper alternatives out there on the internet. There's always a reason why things are cheaper, aren't they? Okay, well, the build quality is not as good, so always be wary why something is a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper for a reason. But these are made in the UK. Right, there's certain elements that aren't made in the UK, but these are UK made water filters. But that's not the only filters going out this month. We've had a few jerry cans go out. 300-pound jerry can seems a lot, doesn't it? But when it does 20,000 litres of clean water, you divide that 300-pound odd by 20,000, it's cheap water, isn't it? Also, lifesavers. I just packed a few of these yesterday. These gone out, so I'm only down to my last couple of these, and the cubes sold out of the cubes. So a lot of them went out this month. So this month has been really busy for water filters. I think people are perhaps thinking the international climate is not the best, is it, at the moment? Things going off, and obviously perhaps having an eye to the future, aren't they? So that was number 5 on the list, water filters. Now, if you are out there and you're waiting for more stock to come in, just be rest assured that it's on its way, and I shall have some more water filters in stock very soon. So there we are, water filters. Everything from your millbank bags to your water pumps, your lifesaver jerry cans, your British Birkfield filters. All can be found here at the bug out, and made it number 5 on my list of the top 10 items, survival and prepper items people are buying this month. Right, we're nearly at the top of the list, and what is number 4? Well, that's this side of the shop. That's med supplies. Right, here at the bug out, I do sell, med kits, and just over there, if you can see, there's pouches there so you can make your own kit up. We do outdoor med kits, we do vehicle med kits, but what I tend to do is sell a lot of individual items, right? So people make up their own med kits, from your Israeli bandages, your Celox Rapid. That's a really good seller because that's a really good buy, right? This is usually £30 everywhere else, and I sell it for about $15.99, $19.99, something like that. Anyway, I know it's really good value at the other bug out. Chest seals, cat tourniquets. These are proper, genuine Gen 7 cat tourniquets. None of your rubbish. Now, when it comes to med kits, you can get, like, say, your personal med kits. Got the basics in there, these, plasters and bandages and all that sort of stuff. But I always try to tell people, look, make a med kit up what suits your activity. If you're out in the woods, or you've got a bug out bag and you've got sharp tools in it, edge tools, saws, knives, make sure you've got decent med kit that's going to, cover trauma, bleeding. So Israeli bandage, Celox, tourniquet, cohesive bandage, really good thing to have. If you're just out in the hills walking, make sure you've got good blister care, your tapes, your blister plasters. So depending on the activity you're doing, build yourself a med kit that will suit that. And as I said many times before, first aid supplies is essential, really essential piece of kit for, no matter what you're doing. If you're prepping, survival, bushcraft, wild camping, whatever it is, so just day to day at home, having a decent first aid kit is, essential. I just said essential twice, didn't I? So yeah, that's why it's made it number 4 on my list of top 10 survival and prepper items people are buying this month. Right. I don't know how many times I said that. Right, we're in the top 3 of the list. And that is just around the corner. Bear with. Now, it's not really exciting, but now, like I said, we're at the end of September. This is White Pops. It's been really popular this month, and that is, if I can just grab something out, behave yourselves. Warm clothing. It's gone bloody mad this month for warm clothing, and not just army surplus, but a lot of army surplus, yes, but all sorts of clothing going out this month, and people are getting ready for the winter, aren't they? So selling things like I don't know why I put it back, the buffalo jacket. A lot of them got out. The ever popular woolly pulley, right? These have been pretty popular this week. The thermal softy trousers. Plus we've sold a lot of the thermal hats as well. See me under there? And what's been popular this month? Gloves. A lot of gloves going out this month. Perhaps people are expecting a tough winter, aren't they? Well, I don't know about you, but up here we've had a lot of fruit on the trees, and a lot of berries, a lot of nuts, a lot of fruit, and that's always a good indicator that it's going to be a tough winter. That's what they say. It could be because obviously you had a bit of a drought, a dry spell in August, and all the trees and bushes have pushed all the fruit out. But the old saying is, if there's plenty of fruit on the trees, plenty of nuts, then it's going to be a tough winter. So that could be why a lot of people are obviously gearing up now, ready, and buying lots of warm clothing. But whether you're into prepping, survival, bushcraft, wild camping, having good quality warm clothing, especially this time of year, is a must, isn't it? I think I just went out to shop today. It's like a job lot of warm weather tops, right? Like these Norgies. So a lot of those went out earlier today, as well as the ever popular thermal undershirt, I think it's called, but really popular, right? So I've got, snug packages, snug packs. I'm not sure these are online. These are in the shop only, but on sale now. Look, we're at $79.99 down to $49.99. And the ever popular long johns. These army issue long johns, right? Oh, I tell you what I have got that you'll like. Not a lot, but you'll like it. If you're into retro stuff. Where is it? Now, we was issued these years ago in the army. Never worn them. Chinese fighting suit. They don't look the best today. But, you know, like I say, if the power went out, heating's off, and you had something like this in your wardrobe, you can just chuck on underneath your clothes or on top of your clothes, whatever whatever you're wearing. It's going to keep you warm, isn't it? Right? Like I say, don't look the best. It's not that stylish. By saying that, I bet someone in bloody London somewhere, some hipster, would probably love that sort of stuff, wouldn't he? Or she, or whatever they are. So yeah, warm clothing. Essential piece of kit, again, for prepping, survival. Having decent warm clothing, layers. That's why it made it to number 3 on my list of top 10 survival and prepper items being bought this month. So what is number 2 on the list? What is in second place? Well, that is just around here. Or some of it, at least. Food items, or food supplies. Now, it's gone crazy last few weeks for MREs. Especially the all-day breakfast. I can't get these in quick enough. And as soon as they come in, they go out. But I managed to get another load in yesterday or the day before. So I got a few in stock at the moment. But yeah, this month has been really busy for food supplies. This month has been mainly the MREs. It's pushed this up the list. Usually it's freeze-dried tins. These are usually the most popular, but they're a big stock item. Your 6 months, 3 months, 12 month supply. You're talking quite a big investment. So that's usually why it's top of the list. But this month has been mainly MREs. Don't ask me why, but it just has. But food items, again, I keep saying it, it's essential equipment or supplies you need into prepping and survival. Plus you've got snack items, long life cakes, we've got orange chocolate, we've got some sort of biscuits, biscuit fruit. You have a popular biscuit browns, arse blockers, chocolate. We've got survival rations. We've got, I just walk around here, grab these, behave yourself. Freeze-dried food. These are pretty popular. I do like a freeze-dried food kit where you get so many pouches, different brands, plus maybe a tin depending on how much you spend. There's one other food item I have got, not many left. Let me just walk around here. Just grab that. How do you behave yourself? And this is another form of MRE. This is the American military MRE. Only a few of these left. These are pretty popular lately. It's one meal, or entree, I think they call it in America. But it's got all your snacks, your drinks and everything. So it'll probably last you about 12 hours. So that's it. Number 2 on the list was food supplies. And again, when it comes to prepping, survival, food is essential, as well as your water. So having clean water, having plenty of food, calories, keeping yourself warm. All these items are there to keep you comfortable in an emergency situation, aren't they? So the last item on the list, the number 1 seller this month, is not something that's going to keep you comfortable in an emergency situation, but it may give you that peace of mind, if you are in an SHDF situation, and that is crossbows. Now this month is gone mad. It'll probably the last couple of months, 3 months. As soon as the crossbows come in, they're out of stock. Yeah, so it's hard to get hold of the bloody things. But if you can, get your hands on a decent crossbow. But when I can, I try and stock up as many crossbows as I possibly can. With your pistol crossbows, like these. I just grab one now off the rail. Like these pistol crossbows. This OP360 Anglo Arms, unbelievably popular crossbow. These are flying out for the door lately. But yeah, as I said, crossbows, even the suppliers are finding it hard to keep up with demand at the moment. And as soon as I get crossbows in, I said, they're out for the door. I have people travelling from all over the place to come up to the shop to get the crossbows. Because, like anything in the shop, it's not like Amazon, right? Or online businesses only. As I said to a few guys now the other day on the weekend, the good thing about the bug out and other shops like this, there's no other shops like this, is there? You can actually come to the shop and physically look at the crossbow, or any other kit. Try it on, see what it feels like. Have a shot on the range. Try before you buy, isn't it? And I always think if you're going to spend your money, you want to make sure what you're buying is decent, whether it's the right fit for you. And that's why I like having the shop. It attracts people from all over the place, and it becomes like a community hub as well. All right, we've gone off topic here a little bit, me. So, crossbows. Let's go back to crossbows. This particular crossbow, underlever action, okay, for cocking it. But you've got recurves, you've got compound bows, you've got the pistol crossbows, you've got these sort of bows. I even got the Vlad and the Revo in stock. Actually, the Revo I've only got in shop only because they're so popular. I haven't got time to put them on the website. But they're multi-shot crossbows. You've got a magazine in them, shoot multiple or fast-loading crossbows. So yeah, really popular. And yeah, as I said, why do you want them? Well, they're a good target sport, shooting crossbows. Officially in the UK, it's target shooting only. But for people who thinking, SHTF, they can't get themselves, a gun certificate of any type. So they perhaps feel like the next best thing is a crossbow. That's what I think. That's why they're so popular, I think, anyway. So there we are. That was the list. Like I said, it's a bit of a contentious one. Perhaps not everybody likes the old crossbows. They think they're dangerous, which they can be if not used correctly. Now, I did say there's a few items that didn't make the list, which I don't sell online, and that's mainly knives. It's a pain in the backside to sell knives in the UK, post them out there. But yeah, I've got different types of knives, axes, saws. There's all sorts of knives in here. So again, a very popular item for preppers, survivalists, but it's not something I sell online, unfortunately. But if you want a knife, come to the shop, innit? Come and see me and I'll get you out. So there we are, that's the list and a little bit tour of the shop. Sorry it's a little bit different, this video, dragging you around the shop, innit? But can't make videos all the same, innit? Got to break it up a little bit. Now, as I said, they're the top selling items this month at the bug out. But as we said at the start of the video, if you are new into prepping, you can look at that list and think, well, if they're the most popular items, perhaps I should be investing in that sort of kit. Now, some of them items aren't going to be for everybody, such as the crossbows or the power supplies or anything like that. But if you are new into prepping, what's on that list, that's what you should be getting. Decent water filter, food supplies, comms equipment, warm clothing, reference books, medical kit, all that good stuff should be on your list. Right, so that's it, guys. I bored you for long enough. If you do like the video, please think about liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell. And if you do want to see some more videos, check that one out and that one. And I'll catch you again next time. All the best.